Hey, Trescon. I'm taking over from Evil so he can get some rest. I'm afraid the whereabouts of the Firestaff are nowhere to be found in our records, so you'll need to locate it yourself. There shouldn't be anybody down here. All the archaeologists left when the project was stopped. Oh, except the leader of the project, Beeble Quicks. We never heard from him since the excavation shut down. Stay alert, though. The structures are old and could be dangerous.
Welcome to DXI.
I didn't expect to find anyone down here. You must be Beeble Quicks.
Yes, that's correct. I'm the former leader of these excavations. Who are you? You look familiar.
Name's Trescon. I work for Planet Deus Ex.
Planet Deus Ex, eh? Now I remember. You're a moderator. You're the one they appointed 2 years ago in that really close election, right before I was trapped down here.
Well, sort of, yeah. It's a long story. You don't happen to know anything useful about these ruins, do you?
Oh yeah, I know lots. More than anybody else, really. I've lived down here for about, 2 years, you see?
2 years? You seem surprisingly sensible for someone who's been completely isolated for so long.
Thank you. I talked to the cat. It helps a lot.
I see. Well, anything you can tell me would be a great help.
Of course. Why are you down here?
I need to find an artifact called the Firestaff. Do you know where to find it?
Oh, yes, the fabled Firestaff. Well, as far as we were ever able to discern, the staff should still be located in the remnants of Deus Ex Incarnate. There's a section where the moderators of old had the ability to rule the forums in their benevolent, despotic ways. You know, banning people, increasing members' ranks, knighting the new moderators. Well, we set a bot in there which only managed to send us a few images before our signal was cut off, and the bot never returned. Here, I'll upload them to your data vault. We believe the moderators didn't remove the staff after the fall of DXI, so our best guess is that it should still be secured there. Near the beginning of the project, we found a local admin login for a specific important computer, but we never located the computer itself. The ID was admin with the password DXI_admin_X8. Perhaps that will be of use to you.
Thank you. This should make my job a bit easier. Any idea what sort of danger I should be aware of? I'd like to know what happened to your bot.
Danger? Ho 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 ho! Well, for one, there's the problem with the lava caverns. We had a few make it across, but when somebody didn't, our access halted immediately. Cost PDX a ton in workers' compensation to the surviving family. We had a few bots make it past magma, though, and into the buried building we believe to be kinda the moderator-oriented part of Incarnate. There's still power there, and we never found its source. Be assured that there will be security systems to hack past. On top of that, I've heard reports of Karks lurking about there as well.
Lava, security systems, and Karkians? Sounds like a lovely place. So how do I find these caverns?
The way to the caverns is to the southeast of my home. It's through a large concrete wall, difficult to miss. If you want to have a look around the ruins, you just go straight ahead. But there's nothing really important up there. You may get a chance to visit it later.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
That's all I needed to know. Thank you. You've been a great help.
You're welcome. Oh, by the way, if you'd like me to help you a bit along the way, I can PM you with important information to help you find a staff. All you need to do is send me your HUD access code so I can follow your progress. And promise you'll come back to me with the staff so I can take a look at it. I just want to see it.
You have an InfoLink broadcast system?
Well, yes, but my broadcasting equipment isn't exactly state-of-the-art anymore. And I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't fully compatible with the technology your HUD is based on, so you may get some static every now and then.
And what will you do with the codes when my work here is done? Continue to watch my every move?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. My equipment isn't nearly effective enough to transmit through all these layers of rock and concrete. I think my signals barely reach the other end of these caverns. As soon as you leave the excavations, the static should also stop.
I guess I can learn to live with a little static occasionally. Here are the codes. I'll get back to you when I find the staff.
Thank you. I'll help you as much as I can. Hey there, Trescon. Work aside, I hope you don't mind if I butt in now and then to chat a little with you. I mean, the silence gets to you after a while, and they say that talking is good for the soul. It's been a while since I've been able to talk to anybody, so I might just ramble on a bit.
Security breach. Security cameras off. Metal detectors have automatically re-engaging cameras in 30 seconds as possible.
If you find a bar of soap down there, I'd appreciate it if you take it with you. I haven't had a bath in a year. The fuck rolling off me could drop a skunk at 50 paces. Ooh-wee.
Good. You appear to have found the old comm-ops area. Correct me if I'm wrong, but these blueprints show a raised floor beneath the mainframes and the shark's storage. You'll need to crawl down under that and place the spyware there. When the box is in place, activate it with the multi-tool I gave you.
You know, Trescon, rats are really unfairly maligned creatures. I mean, sure, they stink and are disease-ridden and have a nasty habit of swimming to tropical islands and devouring all the cute and rare native fauna, but after you catch them, declaw them, and get rid of all the parasites and feces in their fur, they make nice pets. And when you get bored of them, you can eat them. And boy, can you eat them. Ho ho! I mean, there's fried rat, roast rat, boiled rat, rat boiled in its own urine, steamed rat with shoe leather, barbecued rat strips, rat tail spaghetti, baked rat on a bed of rat entrails, rat pâté de foie gras. Oh man, I'm getting hungry just thinking about this. Oh, and they also make smashing cat toys.
Hey guys, this is Buzz. Oh wait, it's a holocom, you can see that. Anyway, just wanted to wish you all good luck up there in the HQ. As you may or may not know, I volunteered to stay down here along with Ronan. I'll be watching over the people in the South Center, and Ronan will handle things over north. People are a little nervous, but that's all. Spirits are pretty high, all things considered, and I guess the promise of a fair new Deus Ex incarnate helped a lot. While everything is looking good, space is adequate so far, and power supplies aren't even maxing out. I'll see you on the other side. Bye.
Well done. The device has already started transmitting. I'll meet you back on the surface and give you your reward. Like I said, I have an AUG and some credits for you. Good luck getting back out of there.
You know, let me know if I'm annoying you any. Oh, right, you can't. Well, let me tell you, it's great to finally talk to someone after all this time. Oh, I've got an idea. Let me try to change the frequency on your inflink. See if I can make it a two-way link. Okay, here. Alright, you've entered the caverns. You need to be very careful in here. One wrong step, and you're a goner. Besides eating rats and staring at the walls, I found that poetry is quite a soothing pastime. Want me to share some with you? Well, I don't hear you objecting, so here goes. The first piece is what I just penned to celebrate your arrival. I call it The Orange Storm. Ahem. The Orange Storm by Beeblekicks. Pling plong, pling plippity plippity plop. Bing bing bing, bippity bippity bop. Dong bang chang, bong, borm. That's the sound of an orange storm. I do a lot of spoken word poetry and interpretive dance too, but I'll save that for a later recital.
And so the hunter has become the hunted. It is a cliché, but it is also currently the truth.
Ooh, that lava looks hot. You know, all this hot lava reminds me of the time my pet rat walked into a flaming garbage can. there I was, cradling little Fauntleroy in my arms, picking the lice off his back, and then suddenly, his beady little eyes latched into the trash can that I just filled with newspaper and torched to provide some warmth in a dark afternoon. Or was it day? You know, I can't really tell the difference down here. Anyways, so Fauntleroy jumps out of my arms and dashes at full speed towards the trash can, and I was like, Fauntleroy, no! But Fauntleroy kept going, like in his mind he was saying, yeah, I'm insane! Ah! I tried to stop him, but alas, he hopped into the light. Oh man, I think I'm choking up remembering it. You know, at least he was good eating. Good eating. Good eating, Fauntleroy. I appreciate your company, Trescon. I really do.
Don't be afraid.
I'm not. Who are you?
I'm Glock. I founded this place.
You founded Deus Ex Incarnate?
I did, and alas, I am also responsible for what happened to it. The planetization was all my idea.
What can you tell me about this place?
Not much. Far less than you might expect in any event. Most of it was lost in the planetization, including me. It was such a tragedy.
Do you know where I might find this Firestaff?
Firestaff? I think I may know what you mean. We had a staff once. We just called it the admin staff, which we used to aid us in our moderation. We used to keep it in the moderator control room. Sorry if I can't tell you much. I've barely been sentient the past few years. I'm not even sure what the control room is anymore. Seems like the world has gradually been fading around me ever since the planetization.
What exactly is the planetization?
It was when we joined GameSpy. I can't tell you much about it. I would if I could, but it's too dangerous. I'm sorry.
I understand. Can you at least tell me what happened during the planetization then?
It was horrible. Everything had been carefully planned. Even though we knew there'd be risks, nothing had prepared us for. Oh God. I killed thousands of people. I wiped out my entire city, destroyed the trust of all those citizens who believed in my leadership. I killed them all.
Go on.
Out of the thousands and thousands of citizens, only a few scores survived. Out of 14 moderators, 2 made it out of that catastrophe with their lives. Despot and Digital Ronin, my most trusted men. As you can see, I didn't.
Despot? Despot was a moderator of Deus Ex Incarnate?
Yes, I say he survived, but that may be an exaggeration. Something happened to him. I'm not sure what, but he was horribly disfigured at first. Then as time passed, he turned into a monster. I'm not sure his mind took no damage, but his body mutated and became something else.
And Digital Ronin?
He was a hero. Along with 11 of the nearly mythical moderators, I perished in the cataclysm. And Desperate, who I named my successor as an admin, was in no shape to lead the survivors. So the responsibility landed on Digital Ronin, who carried it proudly upon his shoulders. He lived up to everyone's expectations, guiding the desperate and confused people through the difficult task of rebuilding their old city. He became nothing short of a saint.
And yet Despot became admin once the city was established?
There were some who wanted Digital Ronin as admin, but he declined. Maybe it was because he alone knew that I'd appointed Despot to succeed me. But I think he just didn't want to be admin. Maybe it was both. But he left. He held a great speech, to which Despot of course didn't show up to, due to his condition. And then he left the forums. I think they preserved that speech in writing somewhere in PDX.
That's an incredible story. How do you know all this if you were dead? How come you're still here?
I'm not an expert in metaphysics. My best bet is the responsibility for the deaths of so many innocent people was simply enough to keep me here in this world. Or maybe as admin, my connection with the city was too powerful to break. Something just happened during the planetization, which somehow created a shadow of my account to let me hang around in a more passive state. In any event, my ghostly form allowed me to follow much of the progress of the city after my demise.
And you never intervened? You never showed yourself?
It appears I can only manifest myself down here, where my attachment to this world is the strongest. Up there in the new city, I can only barely sense what's going on. Besides, intervening would just have seemed wrong. No, better to let people think I had perished and left this world for good, than to let them see me like this.
So, who were the survivors?
I'm not entirely sure, but I remember a few of them. I remember Deus Diablo and Phasmatis, and Gandaya. They all had huge parts to play in the construction of the new city. As I remember, they were rewarded quite well for it, with moderator positions and such. Too Gunn lost his mind somewhere along the way. I think it was the trauma that finally got to him. Of course, he was never quite normal to begin with.
Do you remember anything about Deus Diablo?
Diablo? He had all those ideas for the construction of the admin staff. We brought him in to help us with its construction when the planetization was still being planned out. The staff was to be used as some manner of contingency, a failsafe of sorts. We weren't sure it could be done, but with the established plans, we made it happen.
A contingency for what?
Against GameSpy. I can say no more. The admin staff was unique. Its design accomplished something that had never been done before. It holds vast power. Even in my current form, I can still feel its presence throughout these ruins. But its power doesn't lie in its effectiveness as a weapon. It's more subtle than that, and hidden from all but the most thorough scrutiny.
That's very tragic. I thank you for telling me all this. It's been an honor meeting you, Mr. Guag.
I'm just glad there was finally someone here to listen to my rantings. Good luck down there in the ruins, Mr. I didn't catch your name.
Name's Trescon, and good luck to you too.
You're a good listener, Trescon. Has anyone ever told you that? We could never really figure out what this area was for. Our robot was disabled immediately upon entering the facility, but as far as we could tell from the pictures we received, it's some sort of, laboratory? The old text mentioned an elevator leading to an inner sanctum. obey you in all things. Some people say that silence is golden, but I never held to that philosophy. Oh, I think I recognize this. We dug one out near the HQ once. If I recall correctly, it's a safe with a timed lock. It will only open in a certain time interval. You might as well not bother trying to open it. They're very secure. However, if you find a power distribution box somewhere and blow it up, the safe may open automatically. You know what I was thinking about today? Pants. What a wonderful invention. I shudder to think about the horrible, horrible world that mankind lived in before pants were invented. Oh, I guess when there was a nice breeze in the air, people might have found it a bit pleasant, but what about when the temperature dropped? Or what about when the wind picked up, flinging your toga or kilt up to the heavens? Before pants, humanity always had to live cowering behind the terrifying shadows of embarrassment and frostbite. It's a testimony to the cruel oppression of women throughout history, too. Think about it. Women got the right to vote before they even got the right to wear pants. And what about the great man who invented these hand-stitched, comfortable, yet durable pillars of modern civilization? Forgotten, just like all the great inventors of the past. I guess that'll be my fate, too. But at least I'll die with my pants on. You know, Trescon, Deus Ex is a great game, but there's one thing I could never quite figure out. Infolinks. What a horrible design choice. I mean, the last thing I'd want if I was going on a highly dangerous secret mission is to have some idiot yammering on in my ear non-stop. Man, that'd be annoying, wouldn't it, Trescon? Gosh, that would be so annoying. God, the way the guy would just go on and on, yammering away.
Took your sweet time getting here.
How long have you been waiting here for me?
Since you entered this facility, just about. Was shadowing you before that.
So what's your plan?
Killing you. And having a hell of a time doing so. Just because it's my job doesn't mean I have to hate it, right?
We'll see who.
No more talk.
You're not such a saint after all, Trescon. You see how it is now, don't you? How little your precious morals are worth when you're under enough pressure. Zero will be avenged, you goddamn hypocrite. Be sure of that.
Oh my god, are you alright? That was some prime fighting you showed right there. Your opponent looked really professional. I'm very impressed that you survived an ambush like that. Evil is already attempting to find out who he was. I'll let you know as soon as we discover anything. I'm willing to bet that was the Zero presence we told you about. Stay on your toes. You never know how many people they sent.
Alright, you're in the core of the complex. This is where the Firestaff is kept. According to the old text, you'll need to hack into a computer to gain access to the Firestaff. Please, please, please come back to me with it. I'd really like to take a look at it. It's an artifact of huge historical significance. Oh, if only I was there to see what you're seeing with my own eyes.
Hello, guys, hello. Do you read me? Guys, this is Norman. Are you there? Anybody? Shit, connection is blanking up. Scratch that. He was never decent to begin with. Guys, I think the cell center's gone. Bull sent me some panicked messages before I lost him, and I can't get him back on the line. I think something horrible happened to Despot and... well, if you read this, that's good. I don't know if we'll make it out of here, but I'm going to try to get us out. Things are collapsing on my ears. The exit is blocked, but the roof has collapsed and left a small hole open. I think we're going to try to make it bigger. A lot of people were caught in the collapse. Shit. I hope you're okay up there. I can't reach Quark with PMs. If you read this, try to get me on the line. And if you know what happened to Buzz in the South Center, please tell me. I want to know if he's alright. Good luck.
Got it. Great work, Trescon. I'm pleased to see you're still the man you used to be, and that Phasmatus knew what he was doing when he entrusted you with the future of our beloved forums. Evil managed to crack the encryption on the rest of Scar's files, so now all you need to do is get back to PDX HQ, and we'll tell you what we found out.